Well, today is a new day. Give thanks for life. Now make them stress me. Me a whole of mine. Well, today is a new day. Give thanks for life. No make them stress me. Me a whole of vibe. So before I start cooking, I just coming out of the gym. I'm gonna make something because man, I'm kinda hungry. Not that hungry, but you know. And them always say, "It's a hungry man, it's a hungry man." I am hungry right now, so I'm just trying to get something to eat before I start the cooking in the kitchen. But guess what? We're gonna be doing a lot of cooking today. I got a lot of stuff to cook, and it's gonna be a journey, right? We have lamb chops, we have chicken. I believe I'm gonna make some pumpkin rice as well. All right, that should be good. I'm gonna make some pumpkin rice, some mashed potato. When I tell you, we're gonna be cooking up a storm today, trust me. I'm just gonna make something for myself in the meantime. Need something to drink to get some energy up. But we're gonna be cooking a lot of food. I already have everything lined up. So let me get some smoothie. Alright. Well, we have that smoothie right here. First and foremost. Alright, we're good at the smoothie. And it's always one thing I can tell you when you're in the kitchen, you don't want to be cooking on an empty stomach. And since I just leave the gym, and before I go to the gym, I didn't eat anything in the morning. So while I'm cooking, I'll be sipping on my smoothie. Mm. Mm-mm. Mm. I want to make sure you guys are engaged with what's going on. All right. So first thing first, I'm gonna make some green seasoning. Hello everyone, welcome in. Welcome to the live. Big up and bless up yourself. So I'm gonna make some green seasoning. And for my green seasoning, I'm just doing it for this purpose. I usually make green seasoning for the entire week or make it to serve me for 2 weeks. But today I'm gonna make lamb chops and I'm gonna use the green seasoning on the lamb chop and the stew chicken as well. So let me, I think I'm gonna leave this for the rice. I already washed all of these before. So this is my scallion, otherwise called green onion. Pour my scallion in there. I have some bell pepper that I was using yesterday. This is a yellow bell pepper. I got red. And I also got green. And this is where you get the spice. So in order for you to get that authentic Jamaican cooking, we have to make sure we make our green seasoning as best as possible. All right, what are you cooking today? I am making lamb chops. I got lamb chops and stew chicken with pumpkin rice and mashed potato. That is what I have on the menu today. And I like when I'm on the live, I like to start from start to finish. So we're gonna add the bell pepper in. Just kind of cut them up a little bit finer. So this is where the magic works. All the spices put together. I got 1 Scotch bonnet pepper, and I will put that in there as well. I love cooking. Welcome in, everyone. So what mashed potato is? It's pretty much the potato. You just boil your regular potato, and then you crush it, and you add like the different spices to it as well. I have some tomato cut up. I'm gonna use these tomato as I don't want to waste them. I have more tomato, but I'm not gonna put any more tomatoes in there. Also have onion. I'm gonna add this onion in there as well. And I have another piece of onion. I'll put it in there as well. You know what? Let me cut it up smaller so it doesn't mess up the blender. I have a jalapeno pepper because for me I like spices in my food. So I will add a jalapeno pepper in there. Thyme, I'll put some thyme in there as well. I'm not even gonna waste the rest of the green. I'll put all of these in there. Just fine. All right, I got pimento. I'm gonna pour some pimento in there as well. And we have garlic. This is the herbs that we use to season all the meat to get that original taste. So I'm gonna add some garlic in there. I always like to cook with a lot of garlic. That's just me personally. It's optional. If you don't want to use too much garlic, it's on you. Yes, I am good at cooking. I've been doing it for a while. All right, I got browning. And I think, should I add some browning in there? No. I'm not gonna add any browning in there. I'm gonna leave the seasoning. I'm not gonna add any seasoning in there. I'm gonna put some olive oil in there. Pour the rest of the olive oil in there. We don't have any more olive oil left. Then we have lemon. I'm just gonna use 1 lemon for this purpose. All right. And you can use lime juice of your choice. You know, they sell the lime juice in the bottle. For me, I just like to use the lemon itself because in the kitchen, we like to do more of an authentic style of cooking. All right, so we have lime. I want to make sure I have everything that I need to in this, and then we're gonna go ahead And we're gonna blend up no. I know I was missing something. Pour a little vinegar in there as well. Alright. Good. Usually you can add water in there if you want. I'm not gonna add any water in there. But that's optional for you. If you wanna add water in there. And now we're gonna blend this together. Definitely, that's what I'm doing, blending it right now. All right, I can try to blend it as thin as I can. Let me give it another run. All right, that should be good. I'm gonna just leave that on the blender for now. Okay. So first, so I got a pack of lamb chops in the store. I went to the store and got a pack of lamb chops. I'm gonna start off with the lamb chops. So we're gonna prep this. And another thing is the meat preparation is very important. Anytime you're cooking, as long as your meat prep is good, you don't have to question the outcome. The outcome is going to be great. All right. I've been craving for these lamb chops for weeks. So I went in the store and I got a pack, and trust me, it was expensive. I believe I only get this. This was for like $27 just for this. You know? Oh God. Definitely for sure. All right. All right. So before I clean, because for me, I like to take off the fat. I am not a big fan of the fat. So let me see if I can take off some of the fat right here. For those of you who like the fat on it, sorry, I do not like the fat. I can take off all the fat, I'll take off all the fat. It is just not me to have too much fat on the meat. All right. Take off as much as I can take off when it comes to the fat. All right. We're pretty much doing a good job. What do you say about the fat? You like it with a lot of fat on it? What if Ramsey was here? What? What do you? I don't understand that message right there. You're talking about cooking right here. All right, good. And also, share the live, guys. Like the live, share the live. Like I said, you're getting this live cooking. All right, so I'm just gonna slice this up. Okay. All right. Stop that noise. Good. Good. And trust me, a lot of people think that cooking, yep, slice into it into nice pieces. Cooking is not all about the finished product, it's about the preparation. And that's why I like to do a live stream to show you guys the step-by-step process of doing things, because the cooking is the easiest part of it. If I could have someone to prep for me, that would be fine. So right here, I slice them up in nice pieces right here. And now I'm gonna pour them in this container. I like to keep my area clean. So let me just wipe down the cutting board. Rinse off the knife. The preparation is the most difficult part of the cooking, and that's why you gotta take time to actually prepare your food properly. All right. I'm gonna get lemon because I like to wash my meat with lemon. All right. Just kind of squeeze it. You want to make sure you wash them properly. Like I said, once you're dealing with food, for me the preparation has to be 100%. And these are the stuff that you don't see behind the scenes, how they actually prepare the food. So most of the time you only see the outcome, you know. But we know when food is prepared properly. When we go to a restaurant or anywhere to eat, we can look at the food and tell you, hey, it's prepared properly. You see the difference? The meat is washed and clean. It is washed and clean. Easy there. All right, now we're gonna season. We're gonna season the meat. That's the next step. Definitely, it comes with a lot more, a lot of practice. You know, it comes with a lot of practice. I think the more you cook, is the more you can actually find your niche. I got to go by. So I think you're a good chef. Thanks for teaching me. You're welcome. No problem. Thank you for checking in on the live. All right. You have a wonderful day. All right. So let me get this. Make sure I dry my hand properly. The meat preparation is the hardest thing, so I like to do it first. Remember, I still got my smoothie here. Mm-hmm. 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 You know what? Good. So you remember the green seasoning that we made earlier? Pour out some in the container because you know this is the reason why we made the green seasoning, because we're gonna use it. Ooh. I'm gonna pour the rest on this. All right. And this is the magic seasoning. That's what I call it, the magic seasoning, because it brings out all the flavor. We'll pour 1, 2, 3. I'm gonna do 4 tablespoons of the green seasoning. I'm gonna rest it aside because I'm gonna need it for the chicken as well. We have browning, so we're gonna add some browning in it. All right, I got this Scotch bonnet sauce. I'm gonna pour a little in there because for me, I like when my food is spicy. All right. Scotch bonnet sauce, give it that little spice to it. I have garlic powder. Even though I have herbs in there already, I don't even think I have to put garlic powder in there. I have parsley. I'm gonna pour some parsley in there as well. This is adobe. I'm gonna do some adobe seasoning. I got some chicken Maggi seasoning. This is actually my favorite. I use this on almost everything, as long as it's meat and it's cooking. And just give it a different flavor, a different taste to it. What else is missing? A black pepper. I try not to go too hard on the black pepper. Not too much black pepper on it. Just lightly. All right, now I'm gonna mix this all together. All right. And usually, to maintain the consistency, sometimes you can use the measuring cup if you want to use measuring, and do that based on the weight, like the pound. I will do the measuring just to get the consistency. If I'm gonna make this this lamb chops all the time, to make it consistent, I will measure everything and just write it down. So the next time I'm cooking it, I know exactly what to do. All right. All right. Let me see how we get the seasoning together. Everything look good, right? Seasoning well, spicy and soaking. And for this now, I'm gonna just leave it in there. We're gonna make it marinate for about 15 to 20 minutes. You say, yeah, we're gonna let it marinate for about 15 to 20 minutes. Let me just cover it. with plastic wrap. And we'll cover it with plastic wrap. So here we got the lamb chops over here. And now we're gonna do the chicken. The chicken is gonna be easy for me because, like I said, I make brown stew chicken a lot of time. This is probably one of the most cooked meal I've cooked in my kitchen. Brown stew chicken. And again, I went to the store and I get 2 whole chicken. For me, I like to buy the whole chicken, not the pieces. Sometimes when I get lazy, I'll go for the pieces, but I prefer to do the whole chicken. Alright? And with the whole chicken, I cut it up. I have a way I cut it up quick and fast. Alright, good. Put it in the trash. Alright, we got a whole chicken right here. You gotta cut it down the middle. Usually, the knife and just cut it down the middle right here. Alright. I'm gonna clean out these. Cause you know a lot of people they cook the chicken and they don't clean out these. Or the chicken I'll be like, yo, nyak. You know, culture we gotta clean out all of these or the chicken. Cause if I ever buy the chicken, that's why I don't like to buy chicken in the fast food place. Because when I buy the chicken in the fast food place, these are still in them. And that alone is a turn off for me. Alright. That alone is a turn off for me. Alright. I'm gonna cut this off. And again, let me just put these in here. All the fat, I try to take off all the fat I can take off the meat. And that's just me personally. Alright. Cut off all the fat I can cut off. Woo! Alright. Alright. So now we get that. We're gonna slice it up nice and nice. Let me throw away all the fat right here. We don't need the fat. Alright, brown stew. You know, a lot of brown stew because my kids, I don't know, for some reason, they don't like to eat bone. Bone is in the meat. They don't like it. But I will take it all day, all night. Alright, let me cut this off. Take off the wing first. Cut off the wing tip. I don't like the wing tip. Cut the wing in 2 pieces. This is the breast. I usually save the breast. If I'm being honest with you, I always save the breast because the skin. And you know, a lot of time, a lot of fat lay under the skin. You know what? I'm gonna use, because I usually save the breast for another day, but I'm gonna use the breast as well. Or it will be easier for me to use, because I usually leave the breast for another day. But this time around, I'll use the breast. It's in 2 pieces. You want to cut them in nice bite sizes. Not too big and not too small, okay? Happy New Year, Happy New Year. Go on, everything good? Yeah. So the great Alan. Yeah, great youth, great people to man. How things? Alright. Enough. But you say the bone carry no flavor? Yeah. You know, say all of the parts with the bone, them and me have to go eat them. I guess what? The new generation of kids, them don't want a bone. Them circle around the bone, them. You see them that shred the whole of the bone with the meat on it. Because a bone. They don't want to eat it. But you're definitely right about that. The part of the meat with the bone carry the flavor more. You know? Oh, you did it on the hustling as usual, you know the thing go already. No, whatever come on for the hustling, brother. I'm upon a break, so I think about no more work for the next, pretty much for the next 2 weeks. Well, this week or 1 week, so I have 1 more week left. Alright, cut this in. Oh, yeah. So that look good. Cut up the wing. I'm gonna leave the next side of the breast. The next day, because sometimes I just use the chicken breast and make something different. Yeah, man, I'm mad thing, man. You don't know, mad respect. Respect your man check in as you know. And thing. Cause me enjoy the life cooking, my brother. Believe. It's a blessing. You know? Even. And there today I'm saying, you know, it's been a while I not come live. Definitely I will enjoy. A while I not come live. I'm in the mood for cook to that Friday. Normally Friday is a day away. Most likely don't want to go in the kitchen, but me say, you know what? I've been feel for some from lamb chops from the other day. Now we turn the lamb chops now. We have those stew chicken with the lamb chops. So we can have food for you all day. And if not, maybe food tomorrow if them eat off a lot of food. Like they always do. Chicken leg in a two. Alright, that's it. Now go see about the breast. Yeah, another day. I like me say I usually use the breast for to do other stuff. So I'm gonna store this a piece in the fridge. Cook the rest of it. And let me throw away all of them fat here. I'm there, I make a mess. I'm making a mess right here. Trying to clean up cutting board. We'll move to the next phase. One thing about the kitchen, you know, you have to make sure so you keep the kitchen clean. It make your job easier. Alright? Long as you keep the kitchen clean, make your job easier. Alright. So I'm going to wash off the chicken now before we start seasoning it up. I like to use lemon and wash off my chicken. So just like I did with the lamb chop, I'm going to do the same thing. Put lemon on it. And then we're going to wash it off. Ooh. Preparation is always the hardest part of the cooking. Once you see me done all the preparation, easy day. Everything is like a 1, 2, 3. Bop, 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 bop. And another thing too, you know, we don't really like to rush the cooking sometimes. We don't really like to rush the cooking. So when it comes to the preparation phase, you want to make sure, say, you have time and you're in a rush. Alright, drain off all the water after that. That look good. Make sure, say, why may I tell you say one thing about this here? You have to always clean on the go. And like I said, when you're dealing with food, you have to be clean. Preparing food for people to eat. Let me get that on the smoothie. All right. So we have a chicken cut in nice bite sizes. Then we wash with lemon. And that's my choice. You can use vinegar if you want. You can use salt. Whatever your preference. Remember I tell you about the green seasoning? That's the first thing we did. This is where we get the original flavor from. This is where all the spices and everything. It is nice. I am cooking lamb chops with chicken. I already prepped the lamb chops. We're gonna make lamb chop in the oven and we're gonna make stew chicken. Also pumpkin rice, mashed potato. And then we have some lettuce for fresh vegetable. All right, I'm gonna pour 4 because for the green season, you wanna make sure you put as much as you can on it. Because this is the herbs that give you the real authentic Jamaican taste. You're not gonna be able to get these at the store. Or at the restaurant, because they don't have time to do all of this. I gotta rush everything. So we have green seasoning. I'm gonna use browning as well. My browning is finishing, so All right. We got browning. Still gonna use my Scotch bonnet spice. I like when my food spicy. That's just my personal preference. I think the kids like spice as well. But I don't want to over spice it. We have the Maggi chicken. I don't have any Maggi all purpose. I usually use both. So I'm just gonna use the Maggi chicken alone. That will be good. Black pepper. Try to go a bit light on the black pepper, please. All right. Try to go a bit light on the black pepper. I got some parsley. Sprinkle some parsley on it as well. And that is it. Like I said, you don't have to do much. We don't have to put any onion powder or garlic powder because all of that is in the herbs that I put in there. That's why I put a lot of herbs in it. And now we're gonna mix this. We're gonna mix everything together. And you're gonna rub the seasoning in. And usually for the meat prep, it's always good to do your meat preparation the day before. Believe me when I tell you, when you do your meat preparation the day before, oh my God. Okay, sir, you live in Jamaica. I love Jamaican food. Absolutely, Jamaican food is the best food in the world. Believe me when I tell you that. Jamaican food is the best food in the world. I don't live in Jamaica right now, but trust me, I live like I'm in Jamaica every day. As I stick to my roots. All right, and so I go on. And welcome to everyone that's just checking in on the live. Much love, honors, and manners. Please go ahead and like the live, share the live, and subscribe to my channel. I appreciate you guys doing that. And I will be coming live very regular for 2026. Okay? All right. So now we got that. We're going to cover it and let it sit there for 10 to 15 minutes. Like I said, if you do this the day before, it makes your life way easier. So I will suggest do it the day before. All right. So you get that marinade overnight. Oh my God. Not saying it's not going to taste good. No, it's going to taste good. But when you marinate the meat overnight, ooh, I'm telling you, Caribbean food lover, trust me. I stick to my Caribbean culture 150%. So every time I come in the kitchen and I'm cooking, I'll take a different recipe, but I will twist them in my own Caribbean style because I use my own Caribbean spices and seasoning. That's probably going to be the only difference. All right. Like I said, I like to clean as I go along. All right. Now I have the chicken well seasoned. So I'm going to rest it over here. I do not need this right now. Let me put my phone in my pocket. All right, we got the lamb chops and the chicken over there. So this is where we're gonna bake the lamb chops in. So I'm gonna turn on the oven. I'm gonna preheat the oven at, I could say 450. For 400. Preheat the oven at 400. All right. So we already preheat the oven at 400. And the baking container is here. Just gonna spray some oil on the base of the container. Don't over too much. All right. And these are the lamb chops that was there sitting for 25 to 30 minutes. I'm just gonna take them and place them in the container. You see the difference with the spice? That's the magic right there, the spice. So that green seasoning that I show you guys how to make, that's where the magic comes from. All right. So the lamb chops in the base, I'm gonna pour the rest of the spices over it. All right, rest that there for now. Maybe gonna need this later. All right, that's good. We already preheat the oven at 400 degrees. I'm gonna cover it with foil paper. I want to keep it so clean. This is what I like. Thank you very much. I always try to make sure my kitchen is clean because you cannot be preparing food and your kitchen is dirty. Oh, come on, that's already a turn off. I know I'm not eating from someone that's cooking in a dirty kitchen. All right. All right. So I'm gonna cover it with foil paper. And we preheat the oven at 400. I'm gonna put it in there and let it go for 30 minutes, and then I'll check it. You know what? I'm gonna do 45 minutes and then I check it. So I'm gonna place it in the oven. And that is good. I'm gonna keep this right here. We got this stew chicken. So guess what we're gonna do next? Let me put this up because like I said, when I'm in the kitchen, I have to make sure that everything is in correct order. So guess what? We're gonna make pumpkin rice, but I'm gonna use a rice cooker. Thank you. I'm gonna use the rice cooker for the pumpkin rice. Okay? So I have the rice cooker container right here for the pumpkin rice. And this is a different way of doing it. Because guess what? We have coconut milk, right? We have coconut milk. And then we have pumpkin noodle. I could call it pumpkin noodle rice. I could probably call that our coconut pumpkin noodle rice. Yeah? Your own little touch to it. You understand? So we're gonna pour some rice in the container. Because you know the first thing you gotta do when you're cooking rice is to make sure that you wash the rice properly. And don't need a blender right now, so I'm just gonna move the blender to make space. All right. So pumpkin noodle rice. That's what we're going for. So I'm gonna wash the rice. And then again, I don't want to make too much rice. And sometimes I make less rice, and then they like it more and want more. So one, two. Should I go three? Three should be fine. This should be way more than enough rice. Yep. That should be fine. Right here. All right. So first thing I gotta do, I gotta wash the rice until the water is clear. That's just me personally. I like to wash my rice until the water is clear. So I can get rid of all these starches I can get rid of. Some people don't even wash rice. You know that? I don't know how they do it. They just throw the rice in the pot and say, okay, it's good. It's this, it's that. No. And this is how they taught me when I was growing up. Make sure you wash the rice. And then when you wash, they used to say, oh, when you wash the rice swells. So people used to call me just to come cook the rice for them. So you know, come cook some rice for me. Because I'm here for your hand swell rice. You know? So guess that let me get that gift from back then. So me wash the rice with me and I want to see my hand swell the rice. You know, next thing you know, me have a little bit of rice in there. And the whole of the rice, pull up the container, pull up the rice cooker container. But that's cooking though. You never know. We are trying to discover our gifts. So I guess one of my gifts is when I wash rice with my hand, the rice swell. For those of you who don't understand that, it means you have a little bit of rice in the container. Next thing you know, when the rice cooks, the container almost full. All right, so this is quite fine. Water clear, rice washed properly, and all the good things. Yeah. All right. So guess what now? We have coconut milk. The first thing I'm gonna do, I'm gonna open the coconut milk. Usually it's good, like when you're doing coconut milk, it's good if you can boil the coconut milk first before you pour it in the rice. But I'm gonna do it a different way. I got some hot water in the kettle, so I'm gonna use the hot water. So when I pour the coconut milk on this, I'm gonna use the hot water and pour the hot water on this, and then I pour the pumpkin in noodle in there. And you know we have to have the scotch bonnet in there as well. Let me drink some more of my smoothie, which keep me going. Mm. Mm-hmm. All right. Let me cut. Mm. Mm. Oh. All right. I'm gonna pour the coconut milk in there. Just like that. I'm not like that electrical cutter your bad. The bad though. Clean it up. And we don't need it anymore. So I'm gonna put it back in its rightful place. Put it back in its rightful place. Alright, let me turn up the water. So coconut milk good. You see this a spice I want to make. Even in the rice I can use it. So I'm gonna pour some in the rice as well. Can take a little bit more because it's herb. It is herbs. Alright. Make sure I cut up this coconut milk because I'm gonna pour some hot water on it. Alright. The pumpkin, I'm gonna leave that for last. This is the flavor and the mango, the Scotch bonnet pepper. We have a whole Scotch bonnet pepper right here. Season the rice pot. Put a little chicken seasoning in there. Not too much. Just like when you're making your rice and peas. Alright, that should be good. I'm gonna pour some butter. You can't forget your butter. Remember the days. The people on the east side. Butter. That's fine. Alright. Good. Nice. Rinse this off again. I usually rinse it off before I put them in the fridge. So that's why I don't have to worry about rinsing them off over and over again. Alright, we get the water to warm. One thing I can tell you about the rice cooker, what I like about the rice cooker, once I put it in there, I don't have to look at it again. That is it. That is it. My headphone are dead. Ears. Alright. So we get the water boiling. And we're just gonna pour the water in on the rice. So instead of pouring cold water, we pour hot water on the rice. Right? Then we're gonna mix it up. And for this, you don't want to put too much water on the rice because you don't want the rice nice and shelly. Right? That should be good. You know, pour all the pumpkin noodle on it. Yeah. Mix it up. Mix it out. Just like that. Yep. And then we can drop the Scotch bonnet. Oh, almost drop the Scotch bonnet in there and pour it in the rice cooker. And that is it. You can consider the rice done, cook. And then there is only one last thing leave. Let me put this back. I'll need that again later. There's only one last thing leave, and it's the potatoes. We don't have any more potatoes? Oh. We have potatoes. We got potatoes. So we're gonna make some mashed potato as well. I don't want to make too much mashed potato, just like I don't want to make too much rice. So 1, 2, 3. That should be fine. I think 3 should be fine. Like I said, I don't want to make too much mashed potato. All right. I have the pot for the mashed potato. So we're just gonna peel them and pour them in this pot. And you guys already know mashed potato is easy. Once it's boiled, strain off the water and do the dough quick and fast. But I want to make sure I put the mashed potato on the stove, because now we're gonna cook the stew chicken after this. And you know, I know all of you waiting for the stew chicken. Is the #1 dish. Well, that's for me personally. It's the #1 dish for me. All right. All right. They don't know you see me smile. You don't know what I feel inside. Only you know. All right. I'm just gonna add some water to this. And that's it. That is it. All right. You guys ready to start cooking some stew chicken? Say yeah, I'm ready. I am ready to start cooking up some stew chicken. That's the last thing we need to get on the fire. All right, we have the stew chicken right here. Pour this right there. I'm gonna use my favorite coconut oil. All right, let's go over here. There's more. I want you guys to be a part of this. Oh, that's it good. All right. It's cooking on there. Got the stew chicken ready and waiting. Mm-hmm. All right. Good. Good, 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 good. Good, 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 good. All right. We don't need it over yet. I'm gonna put the pot cover aside for now. All right. This is what I like to make. This is my favorite pot to make my stew chicken in. For some reason, I love making my stew chicken in this pot. All right. So let me turn it on. First, I'm gonna turn it on high so it gets hot real fast. Then here I have my coconut oil. I love cooking stew chicken with coconut oil. For some reason, it gives me that real authentic taste that I used to get back in the days when we use that real coconut oil that we actually make from the coconut. Yeah, definitely. Hmm. Let me put this here in the oven. It'll be fine. That's good. All right, pot hot up and ting. All right, we're gonna pour some coconut oil in the pot. You know the strips? Mm. Ooh. That's enough? Maybe, maybe not. Mm. Come off a spoon. Great. All right, I got my spoon. I got my spoon. All right. The first thing we do, pour the coconut oil in the pot to get that authentic taste. Like I said, you can use whatever oil of your choice. It's just my choice. I like to use coconut oil. It reminds me of home. All right, now I can turn down the stove to like 8 and start pouring these in there. All right, turn it back up to 9. You guys see that the cooking process is pretty easy, right? But for those of you that are new to the channel, please like and share. Please hit the like button for me. Okay? Please share the live to your friend. Tell a friend to tell a friend to come check us over here doing live stream cooking. And I'll be doing a lot of that, all right? Don't forget to subscribe as well. And welcome to the community. The brown stew chicken right there. Just give it a stir. More shrimp. Let me keep it on this thing right here. I don't think I need any more coconut there, so I can put that up. And every step is pretty much the same. You're gonna get just like I cook the brown stew chicken, that's how I cook brown stew pork as well. But guess what's the difference? The difference is your preparation. Your preparation has to be on point. If you don't prepare your food properly, it's not gonna come out taste good. So when they taste my food, I want it to have a different original taste. Like the only place you can go to get a taste like this is here in this kitchen. There is nowhere else. And even if you watch my video and decided that you want to try something, um, I'm cooking in the kitchen. If you want to use like the same spices I have, you can, just message me and I will respond to you and I'll let you know. Every single thing I use in the kitchen you can find on Amazon as well. And I'm pretty sure most people buy stuff off Amazon. Ooh. All right. All righty. Irish good. And then now we have the pot cover. I'm gonna cover it down. And even the brown stew chicken. If you're making the curry chicken, it's the same concept. As long as you understand the concept of how we as Jamaican cook or we as Caribbean people cook, you're good. You could even fit the same concept in your own ways and your own style. Because guess what? You can come up with a recipe that no one else has ever come up with just by just trying stuff. And that's me personally. I like to cook and try different stuff. You know what? Let me add this in the pot to see the outcome of it. I'm gonna try this sauce. I heard it speaking about this sauce, how good it is. You know what? When I'm cooking, I'm gonna pour some of that sauce in my gravy and see how it come out. And you realize, oh, you find a secret recipe right there. Just like that. Turn it down a bit. Give it another stir. Mhm. 7. Can bring it to 8 if I want. 7 should be fine. Not too low, not too high. And you guys realize I don't add any water to the pot. It's just my preference. There's a lot of people out there that like to cook their stew chicken and they like to pour a lot of water. I let the pot generate its own water. If I could cook the whole stew chicken without pouring any water in it, that's what I will do. Because when you pour water in it, it takes away the flavor. You pour water in there, you gotta add more seasoning and more flavor in it. But guess what? All these seasoning in the container, you realize there's water in there. So when it generates its own water and cook, I will pour all that seasoning in there and let it cook down. Because the key elements of making your stew chicken better than anybody else out there. All right, now this turn it down, slow cook. The key elements of making your stew chicken better than anyone else out there in there is the seasoning. You have to slow cook the meat. You have to. If you don't slow cook the meat, it's not gonna taste good. And a lot of people are like, yo, I'm gonna turn up the stove high because I want to hurry up and done cook. If you're rushing the food, it's not gonna come out as good as it should. So you have to have patience and time when you're cooking. Okay? And that's one of the key elements. When people ask me, yo, how your food come out so good? I said, listen, you have to be patient in the kitchen. It's just like life. When you're patient with life, you will get great reward. Let me just stir this up. And even now, like I open the pot and I can smell that strong aroma. Mm-mm. All right, cover that. And see that it has generated its own water. Turn it up a little bit more. Yeah. So always remember that. For those of you that are new to the channel, I am telling you again, please like the live for me, comment, and you can communicate with me because I'm here looking for communication. Any question you have, you can ask, okay? Feel free to ask me any question. Please, if you wanna, you can go ahead and share the live as well with your friends. And don't forget to subscribe because every time I come live in the kitchen, I'll be walking you guys through a step-by-step process of how to cook something. So today I'm cooking like two different meat, two different food type. We have rice, we have mashed potato, and we have stew chicken. And we're gonna do we're doing in the oven. We're doing the lamb chops. That's what I felt for. So let's check on the lamb chops. As we speak about the lamb chops, let's check on the lamb chop. Let me put this over here to make space. Let's check on the lamb chops. Have to check on the lamb chops right now. Woo! Woo! Man, I almost burned myself up. Almighty. Damn. I almost burned my hands off in the oven. You see that? That's the sacrifice of cooking. You're always gonna have challenge in the kitchen. But that's not gonna stop me from always being in the kitchen. All right, let's check on this. And I really don't want to burn myself up too much. Oh, it look. You guys like that? Lamb chops look good, right? It does look good. I'm just gonna flip it on this side. Ooh, flip it on this side. You know what I like about this lamb chops? The gravy. Ooh. I'm just dipping them on the side because, like I said, and I ask if them taste good. Man, I have to do nothing else to this. I don't have to do another thing to this lamb chops right here. Guess what? I have a different idea. Because you know what I'm going to do now? Since I get the gravy, I'm going to grill them to get that brown look on them. Alright. The rice already I do its own thing. So I have nothing to worry about when it comes to the rice. They're doing what they're supposed to be doing. Whew. All right. So we're gonna put this. Good. We're gonna spray some oil. That's good. So the oven was at 400. We're gonna move it up to 450. Okay. Hello, how you doing? Welcome in. All right. So turn this off. Bake. Go up to 450. Good. You see how multitask, you gotta make sure you check on the chicken. Pot generating its own water. That's fine. So now we're gonna take these lamb chops, rest on top of the grill. Ooh. All right. Already up to 4. And this is the sauce right here. You don't have to do anything else to the sauce. This is magic right here. All I gotta do is just tip a little ketchup in there, a little barbecue sauce, and I am good to go. So we're gonna grill this lamb chop in the oven. Okay. Woo. 20 to 25 minutes, 20 to 30 minutes, that's fine. And we'll keep this on the stove. So let's check on the stew chicken. How we looking with the stew chicken? Looking good? Drain off all the water in there. Right? I want these to cook out as soft as possible. So let it cook again for another 20 to 25 minutes. And we're doing good. So for the mashed potato, I think once the mashed potato is soft enough, all I'm gonna add in there is just some cheese, little milk. We're gonna put some spices in there as well. The kids, they don't like when I put too much like spices in the food. But I'm trying to get them to eat and try to eat as healthy as possible. Because if it's up to me, sometimes I just make different stuff for myself. Because we try to go vegetarian and we try to go vegan as much as we can. And I need to do vegan dishes as well. I have the potential too. Mm. All right. The sauce right here of the lamb chops. I'm just gonna add it. Mm. Not too much, because the thing about like ketchup, and I got honey barbecue. I'll use the honey barbecue because I like to put a little honey in my stuff. So I'm gonna put not too much, 1 teaspoon. That's fine. Keep this over here. And the ketchup is the same thing. 1 teaspoon ketchup. And then we can mix this in. See that? Natural sauce. And then once we grill the lamb chops, you already know, we're going to pour the lamb chops back in this. Amazing finish. Let's check on the stew chicken. When I'm in the mood, all right, we're in the mood. So stew chicken a slow cook, just like we anticipated it to do. We want it to slow cook as best as it can. Put it at 7. Calm it down. And rest this in here. Now we're gonna pour the rest of the seasoning in here. I don't want to put any water in it. I'm trying my best to not pour any water in it. And maybe later on. So I'm gonna pour the rest of the seasoning in the pot. And just mix it around. And now I think I'm gonna pour some water in there and let it slow cook. So I'm gonna pour some water in that container right there, rinse it out, and then pour it in here and just have it slow cook. And it's gonna be slow cook stew chicken. And when I have the last 10 minutes left, there are about last 10 to 15 minutes, I'm gonna add a teaspoon of ketchup and a teaspoon of honey barbecue. And you don't want to put too much ketchup and honey barbecue in there because it will definitely take away the flavor. And remember, I tell you about the flavor. This is where you get the flavor from. All the seasoning that you use to season your meat, you want it to taste. You want to taste all those seasoning in there. So I'm just rinsing out the container, rinsing out the rest of the seasoning in the container, and pour it in there. Yeah. I'm just gonna have this slow cook. Cause guess what? We ain't going nowhere. Put it on 6 and have it slow cook just like that. And then now mashed potato. Since we are waiting on the stew chicken, let's prepare the mashed potato, right? Because we're waiting on the stew chicken, so let's prepare the mashed potato, sir. It is ready. It is not ready as yet. Sorry. It is not ready as yet. I know the rice is finished. Almost there with the rice. The lamb chop in the oven is almost there. The stew chicken almost there. And the potato almost there. Everything is on point. I think once one is done, the rest will be done. That's what I'm predicting. I think my timing is pretty good. Let's prepare for the mashed potato. I'm gonna put milk in the mashed potato. Where's the cheese? We got Parmesan cheese. I'll add some Parmesan cheese to it as well. Should I put more? Mayo? Should I put mayo? This is ranch. I can put ranch in there if I want. But I'm just gonna go with the milk and the Parmesan cheese. And then we're gonna put put little salt in there as well. We can tip a little salt in there. Yeah. That's it. I don't have to put much in there. And you know what? I already have the container feet already, so let's just get the container and get everything pre-prepped. So we can just do the mashed potato quick and fast. It's not going to be a hard task. It is not going to be a hard task for the mashed potato. So I have my big red container. I love the red container here. My thing. So I'm going to pour some milk in this. That's fine. That's a good amount of milk right there. Salt, not too much. Just sprinkle a little. And the salt is optional, okay? You don't have to put salt in there. Especially if you know that you're not supposed to be cooking with salt. Please don't put any in there, okay? All right. I need butter. Butter! Watch that. Yo! Butter for sure. Let me pour some Parmesan cheese in there. And that's what I like about the live, Come on. Thank you. I appreciate you reminding me about the butter. Because sometimes you have to understand, say, one brain me have. All right, we have cheese. Not too much cheese. So, and then butter. Thank you for reminding me about the butter, okay? I appreciate it. Okay. Are you cooking for the family? They are so lucky. I wish you could cook for me. Yes, I am cooking for the family. Absolutely, they are lucky. They are lucky. They probably don't even know that. They be getting all these good home cooked meal. Ah. All right, so we have butter in there. And we have to check on the stew chicken. Let's check on the stew chicken. Yeah. But once it has dried down, you don't want the chicken to start sticking in the bottom of the pot. All right, that look good. Can go on with itself. The only thing I want the chicken to do is soften out all the sauce, cook down, turn it down, put it halfway on 5. And that should be perfectly fine. Absolutely. I'll take that as a compliment for sure. Let me see. Let's check the Irish. Let me turn it up so it can soften because I want the Irish to soften out as best as it can. Guess what? The rice, done. I can put this right here next to that because I'm just waiting to pour the stuff in here and then crush it out. The rice is done. But guess what? Woo! I'm going to take out the Scotch bonnet pepper out of the pot because guess what? You don't want this to burst in the rice. Because if this ever bursts in the rice, you're in trouble. You're absolutely in trouble. All right? You don't want that. All right, I'm gonna take it out. So as soon as the rice cook, I always take out the Scotch bonnet pepper. It named Scotch bonnet for a reason. Just checking to make sure the rice cooked properly. And I think I gotta cook the rice again. You know? Think I gotta cook the rice again. I think it cooked, but let me just make sure it's shelly. But I believe I gotta give it another run. Oh my! This aroma right here tastes. This rice is on point. Cause me like when my rice shelly, you know. It looks shelly. For some reason, you know, the rice cooker. So we're gonna steam this one more time. All right. We are going to steam this rice one more time. Let me change this out. We're gonna steam the rice one more time. Turn it on, cook. All right, rice cooking. Check on the chicken again. Want to see how many times I have to check on the chicken? Make sure I check on the chicken. Ooh. See how chicken are cooked down nice? We don't have to do anything else. We just slow cook the chicken right there. Stew chicken at its best. Slow cook. No rush. No rush. Always remember when you're in the kitchen, because me personally, I wouldn't go in the kitchen if I'm gonna rush. Okay? No rush. We are not in any rush. Okie dokie. Okie dokie. So let's cover this down. We continue to slow cook, no rush. Turn it down a little bit more. I'm just checking on the potato now because I think we need to start crushing out the mashed potato. At least. All right, good. Still think it needs to cook because I want them to soften out as soft as possible. All right, we can check the lamb. Let's move this aside just for a minute, and we check the lamb right here in the oven because we're doing oven grilling them. Ooh, look at this. Ooh, that is what I'm talking about. You see that look? That's what I'm talking about. You can't burn up my hands for nothing. I burn up my hands in the oven. So I'm gonna flip it on this side. Yeah. Flip it on this side. Oh, both sides are good. Nice. We don't have to put it back in the oven. Brown. Perfecto. Both sides are good. Oven grill. I wish I could grill it outside, but I'm sorry. I don't have an outside grill. I love to grill. When I tell you I love to grill, I would probably grill anything. All right, I'm gonna turn off this, and then I'm gonna turn it back on at 350. 350 would be fine. So let me move this. Put this right here. Remember the sauce we made for the lamb? Right here, magic. So we're gonna pour them in there. Make sure sauce is on both sides. Yeah. Make sure the sauce is on both sides. It's the magic right there. Ooh. Good. Make room for the rest. All right. That's what I'm talking about. That's what I'm talking about. Talking about. Make sure the sauce is on both sides. We're getting there. We're almost done, okay? Woo! I'm starting to feel hungry already. I am starting to feel hungry. Hey, how you doing? Welcome in. How many people coming for dinner, sir? I am at the front door. Let me in, please. Oh my God! I don't have much people coming for dinner, but trust me, this food is going to disappear in a minute. Trust me. Oh God! All right. So after we pour the lamb chops back in the sauce, we're gonna put in the oven for another. I'll just do maybe 5 minutes. 5 minutes and it's done. 5 minutes and it's done. Woo. 5 minutes and it's done. All right. What next? Check this stew chicken again. Like I said, the stew chicken generates its own water from the pot. Slow cook. See? You start to see the water going down, drying down in it for it. That's what I don't want. Yeah. So let me turn it down. That's fine. I'm gonna pour. There's a tablespoon. All right. All right. So we have honey barbecue. I'm just gonna do 1 tablespoon. Like I said, you don't want to put too much of the honey barbecue and the ketchup in there. The ketchup, the ketchup is tomato, so that's extra tomato. So I'm gonna pour 1 tablespoon honey barbecue. Woo! Great. And for the ketchup, I'll do 2 tablespoons of ketchup. One, 2. Because like I said, I can put this up because we don't need this anymore. I'm gonna tip a little water in there, which I was trying to avoid. Not too much, just a little. And we're gonna have this slow cook. Gonna have this slow cook. You know, it's gonna be slow cooking for me. Yeah. All right. So we're gonna cover this. I'm gonna turn it down on 3. Low, so you get it slow cook. Now we got mashed potato ready. So we turn off that for the mashed potato. And guess what? We can strain off the water for the mashed potato, but I'm gonna do it a different way. We don't have to strain off the water. Okay. I'm gonna use this. Yep, this is what I'm looking for. Where is my mashed potato thing that I use? All right. This is for my mashed potato. And you remember I said 5 minutes for the lamb chops, right? So I can turn it off now. Lamb chop is done and ready to go. Okay? All right, sir, bring the camera closer to the chicken, please, and thank you. Let me try my best to bring the camera closer to the chicken. And let me know if that's better for you to see. I'm trying my best to bring it. You know what? I could bring it a little bit closer. Let me just move this up a little bit. Move this up a little bit. And bring the camera closer to the chicken. You know, usually when I go live, I usually have the camera over the pot. I don't know. I usually have the camera over the pot. Since you guys like to see the pot, I'm gonna make it my point to do to the next time. All right, that should be much better. All right, you're welcome. Yes, the lamb is okay. Thank you for reminding me. I'm gonna take it out now. I just turned off the oven. And for the chicken is done. I just kind of like slow cooking it so all the sauce can soak up in the chicken. And we have this nice, beautiful stew chicken right here. Yeah, ready. All right. So I just turned on the stove and have it cooking slowly. All right. Let me let you see what's going on over here. That is good. Perfect. All right. We're going to do the mashed potato real quick. The rice is steaming again. Just to make sure it's done properly. And now I'm just going to take these out and pour in the container for the mashed potato. We already have everything in the container for the mashed potato. We have butter with a little salt in there, add milk and Parmesan cheese. That's all I use. You don't have to do much. You don't have to do that if you don't want to. You know, you could add your own little touch in your mashed potato. Okay, okay. All right. And look how easy this is. All we gotta do is just crush it. All we gotta do, crush the mashed potato and we're good to go. Easy there. Easy there. Smell good. I already know it tastes good. I don't have to ask. Whew. And all I'm gonna do is pour the mashed potato in a container. I could keep it in this container, but I'm gonna pour it in a different container. This is for the rice. Put that right there. And pour all these good old mashed potato. Yeah, 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 yeah. Good old mashed potato. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Mashed potato look good, right? Ooh, look at that finished product right there. It is blazing. All right, let me see. Is the lamb okay? It is okay. I'm gonna take it out of the oven just now. Good. The chicken looks good. It tastes good too. Trust me. When I tell you, I can bet my life on that. How long have you been online for? I am inspired. I have been online for a minute, probably over 2 hours. Because when I come live, I usually do meat prep first, and then I jump straight into the cooking because I like to show like every step of the journey of cooking. Because I want my channel to be more authentic. If I'm being honest with you, I don't like to record and then I have to sit down and edit and doing all those things. I do make videos just showing step-by-step guide, make a lot of shorts as well, but I think I'm gonna do more live now onward. And thank you for stopping by. Thank you for checking out the channel and engage as well, because that's very important. And for those of you who haven't liked the live as yet, please go ahead and like the live, share the live, and make sure you subscribe, because guess what? You're gonna get a notification every time I come live. Once you turn that notification button on. Oh, the lamb chops look. So let me turn this down because it's done. Turn this off, turn this off. Let me show you guys the lamb chops. Looks good. Let me bring this down. Thank you. I'm glad you're impressed. Let me get another thing there, because when I tell you this lamb chop tastes good, and I definitely need to do a taste. I'm the one who cook, and guess what? Usually when I cook, I don't eat right away. I always wait. Okay, it's okay. So the lamb chops, and the process was good. Trust me. It smells good too. And this chicken is done. I don't think I have to do much with the chicken. It's done. I just turn it down and just let it stay warm on the fire. And the thing about my stew chicken is I don't mind if it doesn't have a lot of gravy, as long as the chicken cooked properly. That's just me. This is stew chicken. This is the mashed potato right here. Looks good. And I can tell you it tastes good too. Because I gotta taste. I'm gonna taste the chicken, the lamb, the mashed potato. I'm waiting on the rice to finish. I have like 2 minutes left for the rice to finish. So since I'm almost done, let's go ahead and taste it. All right. Well done, sir. Enjoy your meal. Thank you very much. I will. I'm not gonna eat too much right now. I'm just gonna go ahead and taste, even though I don't have to do it. So let's just do one of the lamb chops, one piece, and then for the chicken, I'm gonna do a leg and a wing, a piece of leg and a wing. Let me get like a gravy on it, and then little lamb chop gravy on it. And then we get some mashed potato. Because for me, when I cook, I don't like to eat right away. I like to let the food settle. Once the food settle, I can turn that off now. Once the food settle, then here I am after that. Okay, the rice is ready. I can put the mashed potato over here. That's good. I gotta wash out all of these containers. So let's put them over there. Over there as well. Over there as well. So let's get some rice. Yeah. Ooh. See the rice? Not too much because you know it's just a little taste. It's just a little taste. All right, look what I go on. Yeah, so we are waiting for food I eat. Now if you ask them, I can't wait to eat, sit down and eat my big plate of food. But guess what? When I'm cooking, I don't like to eat right away. I'm gonna taste the stew chicken. You know, I'm gonna really have to taste the stew chicken to tell us that stew chicken tastes good. Oh God. You remember in the beginning I said about the coconut oil? The coconut oil bring off something different in the stew chicken. It look nice. It when I tell you it tastes nice too. You know, I wish I could share it with you guys. At least a taste would make a difference. Just a taste would make a difference. Let me taste the lamb chop. And the lamb chop is what I was craving for. If I'm being honest with you. The stew chicken come after. Be in trouble. I am in trouble because guess what? I have to make sure I share my food and put on for later. Because if I don't do that, when I come to eat, all the food is gonna be finished. What is your name? My name is Richard. You can call me Richard. Yeah. Mm-mm. Oh my God, this tastes good. You know what? I'm gonna give you guys the option to comment and tell me what should I cook next on my live stream. What should I cook next on my next live stream? The rice is blazing. When I tell you the rice is blazing, the mashed potato, I need a drink of wine after this. You said I can bake a cake? That's a challenge, but I will take it on. And you know what? I'm gonna prepare to bake a cake because I have never baked a cake in my entire life. So the next time I come live, I'm going to bake a cake. Okay? So I'm gonna get everything prepared for that and get my recipe draft up. And since I'm making cake, you know, I have to put my own little flavor and style to it as well. When I tell you the food is good, it's good. I don't know if I'm being mean, but I just want you guys to see the final outcome of all my hard work. Okay? And I appreciate you guys checking in with me today. You know, it's been a long day, but I enjoyed cooking. That's me. Cooking for me is like a therapy. All right? Oh, you're trying to make a Jamaican cake? I probably make a rum cake. I'm gonna do a rum cake or a wine. I can't get any wine. That's the thing. I don't know if I can get wine. I'll do a wine cake instead of a rum cake. But I'm gonna do a rum cake. It's easy. The recipe out there. You gotta just get the recipe and gather all the stuff that's required. If you have a Jamaican store or a Caribbean store near you, go there so you can get more authentic stuff that you need to put in a cake. But you should be able to get everything. Whatever you don't get in the store, you can get on Amazon as well. So I'm definitely going to do a wine cake or a rum cake. So I have to take a couple days to prepare for that. And then the next time I check in on the live, it's going to be baking. And please don't judge me. It is my first time actually baking. I have never done it before. I always come in the kitchen and cook. So I need to explore or expand. That's the correct word, expand. So that's what I'm going to do. And again, I appreciate each and every one of you guys that passed through the live. Thank you for liking the live. Thank you for being engaged on the live as well. And please subscribe so whenever I post a content or I come live again, you get a notification. Okay? And always opinions. I always look forward for opinions, okay? Oh, that is good for me. Awesome. What day do you come on? I think I probably need to dedicate. Today is Friday, so I will do live stream Friday, Monday, and no, I work on Monday, so I could do Friday, Tuesday. So Monday, Wednesday, Friday is gonna be my workout days. So I could do live stream Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. So it's either gonna be Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. And I'll definitely post it so you guys know the day I'm gonna come live. You'll get a notification. So I'll post it before, like a day or two before, to let you know when I'm actually going live. All right. So 3 days out the week, which is Tuesday, Thursday, and Saturday. All right. Much love, honors and manners. Big up and bless up on yourself. You know, it's been a pleasure today, and I appreciate the support and the love. All right. I'll be checking out now. Much love. I'm gonna go finish this, and you know, I'm gonna eat some food later. But today was an amazing day in life. Thank you very much. Have a wonderful and blessed weekend. It's Friday. God bless you as well. God bless you indeed.